A very good morning to you guys. It's Friday the 13th and I'm just about to hit the road on the way to London to go visit our Marchon Stratford site and our Marchon Victoria site. And more importantly, to go visit the teams. Now we're just under 2 weeks since launching Marchon Victoria and it's been going so good. The community that we're building, so sick. And part of my job is to make sure that the teams are just crushing. And the key thing, or the biggest struggle of having multiple sites, is actually just making sure the team feel connected. Team morale in each site individually, banging, they're doing great stuff, but feeling connected to the whole brand, the whole piece, like that's the key that we just need to keep trying to make sure that there's a good kind of culture morale across the board. So today, of course, there's some QA QC amongst the journey, but really, it's all about connection, making sure the team feel connected, doing good shit, which they are, and then let me just keep doing wonderful things. So I'm going to bring you along for the ride as much as I can, and you can check out, quote unquote, day in a life. That fucking wanky shit. Anyway, ladies. Alright, so we're all parked up and heading to the station. Get the train in, but first pay for extortionate parking. Made it into Farringdon, picking up meeting colleague, head of ops, boss lady, crazy lady, and everything in between. So just about to meet her now. And then we head on the Lizzie line across to Stratford first. So we're going to go check in with Team Stratford. Team Stratford are a phenomenal team. They've been instrumental. It's very loud. They've been instrumental in everything that Marchon Gym is about. Led by Paddy, who's now head of Marchon Victoria. But further just, executed by Liam, Jay, Danae, and now a new addition, Danny. Everything about what's happened at Stratford has actually helped us, quote unquote, earn the right to progress. And I'll tell you what, the pressure has been serious over the last couple of years. But incredible, honestly incredible. Good morning, Sarah Jane.
Hello.
Hello, boss lady, how are you?
Good.
Where's the guy? I want to break his
no,
knees.
He stayed on the train.
Let me see your trainers. Oh, they're lovely.
He was staring at me the entire journey. It was very intimidating.
He's only human. He's only human.
Flush all the outlets if you don't use them for ages, and not descale or anything like that.
Yeah. All right. So Saw and I are arriving at Marchon Stratford. Look how gorgeous this place is. Yeah, this is proper mystery shopping vibes. What's going on? So, we're at Marchon Stratford, and first up, we're going to make some banging coffee. So, I'm certainly nowhere near as good as the team are, but I've been working on my craft at home. Very different when you do it here, of course. So I might risk this first one. Which is mine. I might risk it, and then SARS I'll make with a little bit more love. But the press is good. Can't really figure out the camera. Something about coffee that I do love the craft. I do love the way people get stuck into it. I'm definitely the kind of guy who appreciates very good coffee, and I have been learning on my own, trying to get it right. Cool, that was a 29 second. Machine's dialed in. Mate, that's honestly so good. That's pretty shit, but still made with love, so good try. Okay, so I was talking about earlier how much this facility has been a bit of a lab, and it really has. And if we go back to 2023 when we first opened, the motivations for opening were all aligned, and it was definitely the right thing to do. And Ollie was approached with a particular opportunity to come in and open. But at the same time, it also, I think Ollie had another baby on the way, also launched the app and supplements, and yeah, it was just chaos. After, I don't know, about 9 months of literally fucking around and find out, we needed to create a little bit more like organizational structure and whatever, and we made mistakes around team, around systems, around leadership, everything. And there were so many things that we got right at HQ, but almost it was happenstance, right? It was because of the intuition, but it wasn't really formulated. It wasn't like a recipe. It was just a natural tendency, in the way that like HQ was formed with Ollie, Charlie, and Alex. That entire thing was built on intuition, largely, right? The way in which they spoke, the way in which they led, the way in which they built a culture. It all just happened because of how they stood up. But then looking to scale that across to other sites and replicate it is extremely hard. And it took us a while to figure that out. Anyway, and there's so many seasons in the story of growing Marchon Stratford that are really, really, really insightful, whether it was from our marketing, our local marketing, our paid ad efforts. There was a season where we decided to go work with a different agency to try and look at paid ads differently. So we worked with FMA back in 2023 for a short time, and they were incredibly helpful, and we learned a ton. Then 2024, all of 2024, we tried to bring that in-house, and we learned a ton there. And it always goes back to the same principles within the gym owner network, where you got to look at the entire thing. Obviously, marketing, sales, what are you selling? Is it a 6-week challenge? Is it a 90-day transform challenge? Is it a 21-day trial, like 30-day trial? All these things. And bottom line is, what we knew and what was frustrating us was there were things that we hold at the highest level, being our product, our coaching product, and our coaching excellence, but there were pieces of the puzzle that weren't stacking up. So there was so many frustrating phases where clients were leaving and couldn't work out why. Like why on earth are you leaving? Like, this place is perfect for you. And then, trying to look at different lenses. Like, is it the location? Because it's not ideal. Like, is it because the island in which we're situated hasn't been developed the way in which we were promised? Like, all these different things. But really, the lessons through all that, like, I ignored a bunch of that stuff, and I was like, it's us. Like, it's us. And we're taking things for granted. We're being complacent. There's things that we're not practicing what we preach. Through a lot of data analysis, looking at levers, lifetime value, average leaving time, whatever, it started to paint a picture. It started to paint a picture that there is a core group of members who are incredible, and the gym, oh my word, this gym is so sick with the core group. But how well were we integrating new people into the gym, and that's what we could have done better. So there were many things we need to dial down, right? So, for example, the coaching product, the program, what happens on the coaching floor every session? How does a new member feel integrated when they come in? How well does a new trialist come to terms with whatever is happening on the whiteboard? So things like standing in front of a whiteboard or the TV screen talking about the session, like, we binned that stuff. We binned it because we noticed how much it was actually taking us away from where we needed to get to. Anyway, through incredible work where, we even had a big kind of case studies day where myself, Ollie, Charlie, Justin, Paddy, Liam, we all jumped in to just like challenge each other's thoughts. And I knew for a fact that what we were doing wasn't good enough, but also we're so good that we couldn't see the forest from the trees, and we all just needed to zoom out a little. And then Paddy and Liam and Jade and Danae then executed the plan on the floor to try and really bring up the standards to a whole nother level. And we recreated what is the Marchon recipe. The recipe for a good session, the recipe for a good vibe, the recipe for building an incredible community. They executed the plan, they refined it, they executed it, they keep refining, we kept challenging different beliefs. And it's taken us to a place that I've never seen before, to be honest. So most gyms in London, especially a large group gym,
if you're sitting at 5 to 6% attrition, you're doing really well. It's transient, people coming and going, hey ho. And we were starting to just accept that as the norm, right? We were like, okay, fine, if this is what it's going to be like, then we're just going to have to get more aggressive on marketing and sales. But when you're knocking on the door on 200, when you're losing 5%, it hurts. It hurts a lot. It means you've got to do a lot of marketing, a lot of selling. And there's something not right when it comes to like the culture you're trying to create. So instead of accepting the norm, which is a 5 to 6% attrition rate for a large group gym in London, I was like, we can do better. We can do better. I know it's pipe dream type stuff. I know it's, Jen's just being a super optimist, but really, I knew we could do better. We've implemented a ton of strategies that exist to make people feel like they belong. Last month we lost one member, which is insane. Attrition for the last 3 months has dropped below 2.2%. What it's looking like over the next 2 months is extremely low, like a 1.6, 1.7%. Like these things are starting to stack up now, and it's, as we always say in the Gym Owner Network, the work you do today shows up in 3 months from now. This has been non-stop work for the last 15 months. Like it's been a proper challenge. We've been having to really bang our heads against the wall in so many different ways. The challenge always, right, for any leader is like, hey, can I just step in and do, right? But that's not going to teach anyone anything. So a lot of it was down to how well can I raise the level of conversation, raise the level of insight, raise the level of depth that the team are able to see, so that when they can start to self-regulate, problem solve themselves. And honestly, seeing the growth of Paddy, Liam, and the rest of the team has been sensational, because it's allowed a real step up in terms of how are we executing, and then how could we replicate that across the sites. So this lab ended up being the most incredible proving ground, where what we learned at HQ were so many things, but it didn't really gear us up for the learnings that happened at Stratford. And then Stratford's learnings have taught us so much that now when we go to Bath and Victoria, it's a different beast. It's an absolute different beast. I just want to remind you guys as gym owners that this shit is hard. There were days, weeks, months, KPIs that weren't getting hit here at Stratford, and it was fucking frustrating. But also, it's been fucking cool, because oh my word, with the level of detail we've had to go into to try and really determine what it is and what it isn't, has forced us to become better, has forced us to grow without any limit whatsoever. And I couldn't be more proud of the team and the product and what we're doing, which is largely to help people live a life without limits. So hope you enjoyed that little story. Gym owners, enjoy it. This is what it's about. Right, I'm just about to jump onto a Zoom meeting with one of the guys within Gym Owner Network. He's been with us for a good part of maybe 16, 17 months. He's over exceeded all expectations, and we've just signed a lease on a second unit. So this session is all about planning, strategy, getting it all right, and then making sure we can scale this up. It's unique. It's not the usual kind of multi-site operation. So let's get cooking. Yeah, very good, bro. How are you? Before jumping on this call, I was just reflecting on your journey and actually how many limiting beliefs you had before you even jumped on, right? Then you did foundations because you're like, I'm just gonna dabble. I don't know if I trust them. So you did foundations. And then now you're like, oh, I'm just going to open up another site. Let's go, let's do this. Let's get stuck in. I'm going to give you just a whole bunch of my thoughts. I can raise your level of thinking, and then we can navigate into everything that you've prepared for today. The reality is site 1 and site 2 don't necessarily correlate as being two different businesses, okay? It just needs to be a single business, single operation, and then how they book in. Well, the only trick is how are they booking in? Okay, that's the only navigating issue that we need to decide. Because what we don't want is we don't want to create a missing link between this site, you're part of the community here,
and this you're not part of the community. So we need to think of single community. Okay, that's the thing. So me and Happy over here. We're on a train down to Victoria. Another surprise visit to the team. Been a while since it's been on the shoot. What are we saying, so? You happy?
Yeah. Good vibes down.
So we are now in London, Victoria, walking over to Marchon Victoria. We are just under 2 weeks in operationally. Absolute vibes, I'm telling you. But as a South African walking in London, it's worthwhile mentioning that South Africa is a vibe. But geez, like in London is a vibe when it's sunny, eh? Yes, see my bro. It's cooking. I think today's like 28 degrees. It's bloody lovely. Anyway, come check this gym out. Come check this gym out. This is what it's about. Yarr, my bro.
Good morning.
Oh!
Good morning!
Surprise!
Surprise, surprise, motherfuckers!
Right?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
How's
How are
it?
you doing?
How are you?
Yeah, you had a morning at Stratford.
Yeah.
We have.
Who's that?
K-Dubs.
Oh.
Surprise visit. It's a mystery shopper.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck is this? Where's the standards, guys? Look at this shit. Just joking.
Hello. I didn't even see that.
Hello,
Must have
mate.
just come.
Yes,
Is this literally just come?
yeah.
Okay, because I got it.
How are you, K-Dubs?
I'm good, thank you.
Give us an update. How's your week been?
Yeah, it's been so good.
Yeah?
This morning was good. Morning class was super busy.
Yeah.
Had 30 people in at 7 a.m. the last
Oh, how sick is that?
few days. Yeah, unreal. It's been so good. Good vibes. I'm excited for my first official Saturday here tomorrow.
Oh.
Saturday send.
Oh,
Full classes.
really?
So, yeah. It's gonna be
Absolutely
great.
packed out tomorrow.
Yeah. It's gonna be a great team send. I'm so excited.
Fuck yeah, let's go. So, Hyper Ice have absolutely spoiled us. How's your new office?
Absolutely fantastic. I can recline,
Oh my
maybe a
word.
little nap, bit of
Have you done biceps, bro?
It's programmable.
Bro, look at this view from your office. Jeez.
Surveying the land.
How's 2 weeks been?
It's good. It's been really busy.
Yeah.
We've got about 175 people in the gym. We've been converting our first founding members this week, bringing in the keen ones early, and nothing but positive feedback. People loving the classes, people coming from other gyms like WIT and thought, oh my bar was set high and you've exceeded expectations. So people are really loving the community, the amount of touch points they're getting in the classes, the programming, the structure of the week, all the things that we kind of hang our hat on, what people are recognising. So it's been a really positive 2 weeks and we're just excited for more of it.
Love it, bro. It's fucking so cool. So pumped. Marchon Victoria. This is the standard. I'm at Marchon Victoria, but we're just about to host a class, and I have to host a meeting with all the members in the gym owner network. So I came to a local park, but I can't get into the park. So I'm now sitting on someone's doorstep, and we're going to jump on this call. So I'll keep you along for the ride. Hello, how are you? James, I'm in London just visiting our gyms. I was going to be inside, but unfortunately our Wi-Fi isn't good enough. Another very happy Friday to all of you. Of course, it's week 2 of this financial mastery series with the anabolic accountant. The feedback from last week was really good. Some of you were like, what the fuck just happened? My brain is blown and I need to fire my accountant. Be that as it may, we are going into week 2 and we need to just keep coming in with an open mind. If there are any questions that you want to ask, then please feel free to do so, even if you feel like the question seems extremely
rudimentary, or you just feel like you're embarrassed to ask the question, I guarantee you that about 99% of the people in the room are feeling the exact same way. Okay, so whatever the questions are, ask. It's an incredible opportunity to get a lot of value from these sessions. All right, so enough from me. Over to the big boss man who deadlifts 300 kilos for breakfast on a Wednesday, which actually blows my mind.